Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, just living. Same shit, different day. Hello, 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 everybody. Yeah, it's been a little while. Um, my computer broke. The damnedest thing. Which is very upsetting for a multitude of reasons. Obviously, it's hard to update the Patreon when I can't get a download because my computer isn't working. So, yeah, I'm working on that. Yo, what's up? First stream, welcome to the stream, man. Uh, I don't know what we're gonna work on today, to be honest. I didn't really have a plan on what I wanted to build. I just felt like streaming, so here we are. Um, I don't know, what do you guys think? What should we do? I don't know if everybody saw last stream, but you can actually well, I can, you can't yet. You can cast Lumos, and it'll actually light up the area around you. Um, this would be available on the Patreon, obviously. It might actually be on the most recent download. I'm not sure, but if it's not, it's because my computer's not working. So, give a tutorial on stuff to interact with. Well, there's one. You can cast Lumos now, which is something Belkov just decided he wanted to do one day. It's as simple as looking straight up and casting, and that casts Lumos. And if you want to cast Nox, you just look straight down and cast. Um, is there a way to make it snow in Hogsmeade? Yes. Yes. Let me show you actually. The most recent version available on my Patreon should have Hogsmeade updated. So it does actually snow there now. Do I think my mountains are as good as the preset from 1.18? Uh, I haven't actually looked at the mountains from 1.18, but considering they go like higher than the current build limit, probably not. I only have one mountain on this map that goes to build limit, and just that was so much work. But yeah, as you can see, the current version of Hogsmeade does actually snow. There is actually, there is also a version on the Patreon that is all snow, so it snows all throughout Hogwarts. Um, but it's a little wonky because the snow doesn't actually drop on the ground. I, the way it is on this version is that um, it doesn't accumulate because if it does, then it'd fill up all of these squares that we strategically knocked out of the way to make paths, obviously. And if it snowed here too often, it would get too deep and stuff like that. So there's a reason why snow doesn't accumulate on this world. But on the world that we have that all of Hogwarts is snow, obviously we wanted the snow to be able to accumulate on that version, but for some reason it doesn't, and I'm still trying to figure out why. Um, Next time you need to add a thing to where it goes to Old Hogwarts, where Tom Riddle is? Huh? Old Hogwarts where Tom Riddle is? The Chamber of Secrets? I'm confused. Oh, when you go in the flashbacks. There's only one flashback, and um, that doesn't even have Tom Riddle in it. Any chance you could show us this in shaders? I can't. Um, because for one, my computer's broken. Two, my computer's not good enough to run RTX. So, no shaders from me. The video, the trailer for version 4 was actually filmed by Belkov. That's why it had the RTX shaders and stuff. But my computer's not good enough to run that stuff, and I'm playing on the PS4 right now. So unfortunately, no, I can't show it in shaders. Maybe in the future, if I get a nice enough computer to where I can actually stream, um, you know, actually stream the PC version and it has an RTX card in it, to where I can actually use um, RTX shaders, then yes, in the future. But not right now. I love the Durmstrang ship. I'm glad I finally added it. If anybody here, and I really doubt it, if anybody here hasn't checked out version 4 yet, I'd highly suggest it. Um, it's on MCPEDL. It's on the MCPE add-ons app. Um, you can pretty much just type in Hogwarts. You'll know it's from me because you know what it looks like, obviously. Um, Obviously, there's more recent versions on the Patreon, but um, again, my computer's broken, so I haven't been able to update the Patreon, and I completely understand why some people are unsubbing from the Patreon because there hasn't been any new content, and I completely understand that. Have I updated the kitchens? No. Maybe that's what we should do. We should update the kitchens. Let's do that. This is playable on Java, right? No. So I have converted the map to Java a couple times, but it's definitely not what I would consider playable. Um, yeah, no, it's too there's too much bedrock commands going on for it to be playable on Java. I mean, theoretically you could download it and then convert it to Java and you can play it just fine on Java. That's how I got shader pictures that I use for the thumbnails. But it's not really playable in the sense, and I'm doing air quotes, you can't see them obviously, but it is technically playable on Java. It's just you can't use like the flute powder or the wands, and the texture pack's not made for Java and stuff like that. The kitchen could use some blocks from recent updates like the smoker blast furnace. Yes, it could. You are correct. So we're gonna pimp this kitchen out because this place has been far too simple for far too long. And I'm sorry the music's turned off. I don't want it. I don't want to get copyrighted on this stream again. So I have the music turned off. I've been contemplating updating the pack to just have video games soundtrack, because for some reason the video game soundtrack stuff, there's really not much of an issue when it comes to copyright um, for the videos and for the download, which is weird because I don't know, I feel like MediaFire usually doesn't care about copyright, and that's obviously what I use to host the download. But every now and again, when I check the downloads on MediaFire, sometimes it says it's not available because of copyright, which is strange, because like the music files are buried in in the resource pack. They're like renamed completely different. They're I don't know. I guess maybe they have like a file tracker or some sort of script that runs through stuff that gets uploaded to MediaFire. I don't know if that's been a source of problem for people trying to download it, but have you ever thought about adding a feature where you can see Harry's old house before it was burned down? Harry's house was never burned down. Are you talking about like the house in Godric's Hollow before it had the big explosion hole in the top of it? Because if that's the case, I mean, yeah, if that's the case, that's something we could do. I just don't really know what the point would be. Um, unless you have like a really good reason why that should be the case. Because obviously majority of the map is based on Deathly Hollows. Um, so that's kind of like what we based Godric's Hollow off of. So that's why like Harry's house is all fucked up. But I'm definitely open to ideas. Okay, so that's 20. Could you add house elves to the kitchen, or at least a villager? I mean, I could add villagers down here. Um, Not to spoil too much, because I'm not sure when or if we will get to it, but I have found out recently that you can create NPCs that have very basic script to them to where they will walk around essentially. And if I can figure that out as well as hold on, sorry, I'm grabbing my keyboard. If I can figure that out as well as figure out um, adding more NPCs, then there is a possibility we could have like Hogwarts students walking around, which would be really, really cool, I think. You need to have the Goblet of Fire with the blue fire on it. I'm working on figuring out how to do custom blocks. I know how to do custom entities, sort of. So perhaps a goblet of fire that actually spews blue fire could be a possibility in the future. Like I said, this is all just assuming that I do figure out how all this stuff works. Cuz I very well could just be getting your guys' hopes up for nothing, which I obviously don't want to do. But um, it's just something I've seen recently that I thought, that would be really cool to do. I almost forgot how to do this command. Have you replaced Aberforth's goat with an actual goat? No, but that's a great idea. Whenever you transform the Great Hall into Yule Ball, are the professors supposed to be there? They're not, and I'm not sure why they are. It's definitely a... I don't want to say it's a bug because I'm not making a video game, but for the lack of a better word, it's a bug. Yeah, so they're not I mean, obviously they're not supposed to be there. Um, and that's something I think Belkov knows about, but I can definitely message him again and tell him that that's the case. He had it sorted originally, and I'm not sure why. Like, I feel like a lot of stuff broke the moment we put it out for download, of course. That's how it always is. You think everything's cool, and then the moment you put it out, it's like, well, you fucked up. That's how it always is. But obviously, that's not your fault. I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. Will you ever extend the height to deepen the river? Does 1.18 go like below bedrock? I really like I moderate the Minecraft Discord and I barely know what's going on when it comes to Minecraft. You can make little armor stands that you could attack with spells just like a dummy. At 1.18 you can build down to negative 64. Oh, well, I mean, maybe, yeah. I don't see why not. Perhaps we can change the Black Lake to actually have, the stuff that I built in that water tank actually under the Black Lake in the future. That'd be pretty neat. As far as armor stands, I would much rather in the future create like mobs, like custom mobs that you can actually fight, that will actually fight back, as opposed to just using armor stands. Um, this map was never intended to be an adventure map, but the more I learn how to do, like this sort of stuff, the more I want to add, you know? But I know along with that though comes a lot of problems in the sense that the more stuff I add, the worse it's gonna run on lower end devices, which really sucks. Um, because I know how unstable the console versions of Minecraft can be, and I know not everyone has like the greatest phone in the world, and I really want this map to be as accessible as humanly possible for anybody who wants to play it, because, obviously, um, I actually found out recently that um, among all of the different versions of the map, we have over 1 million downloads, which is crazy. I'm super proud of that. And obviously I can't thank you guys enough for doing that. When I first started building this map, I didn't expect, 20 people to play it, never mind 1 million. Also, somebody downstairs is smoking some dank ass kush. That or a skunk just died under my bed. You deserve way more than 1 billion downloads? Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get 1 billion downloads. But 1 million is cool to me. 1 million's more than cool to me. Like I said, a few years ago when I started building this map, I didn't expect there to be 100 or 20. I didn't expect anybody to give a fuck about this map. I thought it would have its niche, obviously, because, obviously my Hogwarts videos get a decent amount of views, but I didn't think that it would ever get to a point where I don't. Mm, it's hard to like. It's hard to put into words because I don't want to sound. I don't want to sound cocky, obviously, but I feel like in some ways my map is like the Bedrock Edition Hogwarts, which is another thing that I didn't ever expect to be a thing. Like I feel like a piece of shit even just saying that, but I feel like it's kind of true. I mean, that said though, there are so many nice Hogwartses on Bedrock. But the thing is, it's not a lot of them are for download. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, there's so many good Bedrock Hogwartses. Like, um, obviously Dragonod does this tutorial, which is very popular. So more people than ever can build a really nice Hogwarts. I've said it on stream before and I'll say it again. There's some things that I don't care too much when it comes to Drag's Hogwarts, or at least tutorial one. But I would be a fool to think like, well, that's a dumb Hogwarts to put up for download. Who gives a shit? That's no. Like the fact of the matter is that there is a lot worse Hogwarts that could be tutorialized. So in terms of in terms of tutorials, I mean Drags is easily the best. I feel like now more than ever there's ample opportunity for anybody who wants to build a Hogwarts to just get in there and do it. And I've seen so many nice ones on Drag's server. Like like so many nice ones. Any new stuff? No. I said at the beginning of the stream that my computer's fucked, so I haven't been able to really work too much on this, which is why there hasn't been anything on the Patreon. And I said again that um, I completely understand why some people are canceling their Patreon subscriptions. There hasn't been anything new, and I promised a constant stream, and that's my fault. I don't know what's wrong with my computer, but I'll get it sorted eventually, and we'll get back into the swing of things when it comes to that. But um, as it stands right now, I'm not really able to work. This is sort of new. I figured out how to make the enchanting table invisible, so the book is still a thing. I don't know if this is in the most recent download or not, but I made this so that you can essentially make floating books that actually open and move around, and they obviously they rotate on their own, so it looks really magical. If you've played any of the PS2 Harry Potter games and you visited the libraries or some of the study areas, they have books just like this. I think it's really neat. Oh, what the fuck? Why would they turn off clear hotbar? That's like my favorite feature. You want me to show you the library? I mean, I guess I can show you the library. Ta-da! The library. My window trick on the seventh floor corridor doesn't work in your world? What do you mean? Like using the ice um behind the glass? I appreciate that. I do really like the library as well. Are you talking about my download sticker ball, or are you talking about like your own map? I was just in the restricted section. That was the place I teleported to. It doesn't look all spooky because I have night vision turned on. Oh yeah, that is weird. Why is it not bright anymore? Um, that's a weird. Oh, I didn't realize that you could see these now when you hold a light block. That's really cool. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I wonder if let's try something. See if that fixes it. Huh. Well, that's stupid. I don't know. I'm gonna have to complain to the graphics dev about it. Maybe I can get it changed. I really doubt it, but I'll try. 'Cause that's really annoying, actually. Version parity? It doesn't glow in Java? No, adding a sea lantern wouldn't change anything. Adding like a light block and a sea lantern are basically the same thing. I don't know, that's kind of a stupid change, honestly. I'll complain about it, but yeah, I mean, if it's a version parity thing, then I don't think, you know, I don't think me saying anything's really gonna help, but I'll try. I just measured this out, and for some reason, it's still 4 blocks wide here. Will there be a new update? Not for a while, because my computer's not working. Be long, just wanted to say I love what you do. Thank you. I love what you do. Commenting very nice things on my stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kitchen's gonna be a little bit smaller, but to be fair, it really didn't need to be as big as it is. Also, yes, I am aware that the kitchens are supposed to be the exact same size as the Great Hall, but we're not going to do that because the Great Hall is massive, and I don't even think I have the room to do that. Because these redstone blocks here are the tables up above. This is Slughorn's office. The 7th floor corridor is... Wait, is this Slughorn's office? Oh no, this is the trophy room. Doi. This is the 7th floor corridor and all of its associated stuff, as well as the Hufflepuff common room. Is 32 an even number? Should I even be asking that question? It is an even number. So we need to make it an odd number. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bam. Hmm. I'm not working off any references here, by the way. I'm just sort of winging it. In case you didn't realize that already. So any of you guys been working on a Hogwarts? I hope you have. We're gonna have a whole bunch of new reference next year when Hogwarts Legacy comes out. And me, Belkov, Chase, and Connor still intend on making the Hogwarts Legacy version of Hogwarts in Minecraft, obviously, when the time comes. I'm gonna get Java soon and I'm gonna use Drag's tutorial, build one of my own, I guess. Hey, if you do that, make sure to build your own Great Hall, because this is really small in that tutorial. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, Drag's got a great tutorial, and it's definitely a good one for getting more people to have a nice Hogwarts, which is always the goal, obviously. I love seeing everybody's own versions and interpretations and, you know, the stuff they add versus the stuff they don't add. Everybody's Hogwarts is different, which is funny because we're all building the same thing. Just suck at commands. Um, I do too, honestly. There's a few commands that I use when building, but um, for the most part, I build by hand, as you can see. I do use fill because that's a necessity. Um, and structure blocks are great, and honestly, they're really easy to use. So copy and pasting stuff is simple. Um, when it comes to like when it comes to using like mountain commands and stuff, I mean that stuff's obviously more advanced. Um, but even I don't do the commands for the mountains and stuff. So what version of World Edit am I using? I don't use World Edit. There is no World Edit on Bedrock. This is all just vanilla commands that I use. Yeah. All vanilla commands. Just normal Minecraft commands. Everything on the map is. Even the tool I use to make mountains. Nah, you're not dumb. It's okay. It's fine. I wonder if I can do sort of an arched ceiling in here. So, for example, what I'm doing right now is a simple fill command. Be honest, whenever I try building something worthwhile on Minecraft, I just build a giant square with torches and give up. Well, don't be so complacent. That's really the best, advice I can give is just push your boundaries. Build something cool. Don't be afraid for stuff to take a while. No, I don't have a new PC. But yeah, don't be complacent. Don't worry about stuff taking a while. Just build something you want to build that looks complicated? Use stuff as reference. I'm using keyboard and mouse on the PS4. Well, I'm not using a mouse, I'm just using a keyboard. Because typing commands in with a controller sucks. Scared that you have to mess up and tear everything down and start again. Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. If I told you how much of this map that I've tore down and rebuilt over the years, you'd probably be amazed. Pretty much the entire castle that is standing right now besides the Grand Staircase Tower, I have torn down and rebuilt probably multiple times. The bell towers I've done 3 times. I've done the astronomy tower 4 times. I've done the clock tower about 3 times, maybe four, I don't remember. I've done 3 different versions of the quad. I've done 2 different versions of the viaduct. Technically three. Redid the entire long gallery. Redid the entire side of the castle with the training grounds tower. Like, I've rebuilt so much shit. I don't even have to say I can imagine by seeing the scale of the project you have. I mean, that's the thing, right? If it's something you like to build and you have sort of a um you have sort of a passion for, that's when that's when stuff starts becoming second nature, I guess. I don't know. Um for me, it's like when working on Hogwarts, even though sometimes rebuilding stuff sucks, it's never been a case where I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. Because obviously, I love building it and I have a great time doing it. Um, and that's the thing. Like, it's finding something that you really like to build and you enjoy doing, and going into it that it's going to take a long time, so you don't have to, like, sit and worry about, like, oh, what if I mess up here? Or I mess up this part. If you mess up, just tear it down and start it again. Who gives a fuck, right? Time you enjoy wasting isn't time wasted. It's like trying to draw something nice. Odds are you're gonna fuck up somewhere, and that's what the eraser's for. Don't be afraid of failure. Failure's life's greatest teacher. Sound like a motivational speaker. I'm gonna take your advice and venture on with building my Hogwarts. Thanks a lot for it. Though I appreciate so much. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let me know how it goes. Send me pictures on Twitter. I would be very interested in checking it out. Alright, so we got 3 fireplaces in the kitchen now, which is already a big update compared to the one big ugly ass fireplace that used to be in here. Oh Jesus. Um, where the hell are the pistons? There we go. Working on the kitchens, Bob. Redoing it because my other kitchen's kinda ugly. Damn it. There we go. Got all the tables set up. Should I? It's very gray in here, isn't it? Let's try this. What is this called? This is so cool. Thank you. You're so cool. Where is Endstone? Do that. And then we'll grab this over here. replace. Oh wait, n brick 0 replace cobblestone. There we go. There, that changed it up a little bit. It looks a lot less daunting in here. Yeah, I agree. It does look a lot better. Bada boom, bada bing. Saving time. Yeehaw. Alright. So, what do we put in here? Well, it's a kitchen, obviously, so there should be... Mm, you know, I have an idea. We'll take inspiration from where Slytherin Common Room is located and have sort of like a distillery area. I mean, there's already kind of an area like that right outside the kitchens, but I think it'll look alright. Poe. SMH in my head. Well, I was playing D&D. I wish I was playing D&D. We all need to figure out the rules to D&D and have a fucking legitimate D&D campaign over like Discord or something. That would be so much fun. True that. We are 1 week away, Jesus, from the Battlefield beta. The preload is on Tuesday. On Tuesday? Live from India? I ain't in India. I know what you're saying. What up? Welcome to the stream. Am I watching Minecon? Probably. I think it kind of comes with the job. Today was actually the... Today marked 2 years since I drove down to Nashville for Minecon 2019. It's been 2 years since then already. That's scary to think about. Hello. That is me. I do have a Discord. I don't know exactly my numbers, but if you're in the Minecraft Discord, I'm a moderator on there. My name on there is Edgar Allan Poetic. The server name? Just Minecraft. Just discord.gg/Minecraft. It might be full, so you might have to like try a few times. We've had a problem with the server being full a couple times. Alternatively, you could also join Dragonaud's Discord, which I'm also a part of. It might be useful for you if you're using his tutorial. But that's a lot. That's something I'll need to post in chat. Hey dude, I had no idea what else to do, so why not do the kitchens? I've been meaning to get around to it eventually, so why not now? I appreciate the suggestion. Alright, that looks cool. Big fan, big fan. Let me grab the link to Drag's Discord real quick, and I'll post it in the chat. Yeah, the Minecraft server's full a lot. Um, like I said, you kind of have to. You just gotta keep trying it every now and again. People get kicked a lot, so it'll eventually have a slot open. But I'm gonna send Drag's Discord in the chat. That'll be good for you and for anybody else who's watching silently. Drag's Discord is also very useful if you want to, well, if you like Hogwarts stuff. There's tons of people on there who are super good at building Hogwarts, who all deserve the credit. Where's the hay? I need some hay. No hay Bronca. I'll tell you what, 95% of a detailed build is just clutter. Like this shit that I'm doing right now, it may seem pointless, but when it all comes together, it's like magic. But this, however, is the tedious part. Surprised we got up to 11 viewers this time of night on a fucking Tuesday. I appreciate you guys being here, even if you're not participating in chat. I know what I'm doing right now must be incredibly riveting. I do love the candles. I haven't gone around and started like making super use of them yet, but shit. I hate that you can't place them on upside down stairs and walls though. Okay, so 3 is unlit. That means 6 must be lit with 4. Or no, 7. It's beautiful watching a gray room turning into an amazing kitchen. Yeah, I mean, it's all about variety. 6. There we go. 5 right there. We'll do 6 here. And then we'll do 7 here. Do a 4 here. Do a 5 here. 7. You could make the barrel spill out a bit of honey or something. That's a good idea. We will do that. Where are the throwing potions? Let me close my window real quick. It's getting very cold. You can Turn campfires off with shovels? Really? Let's see. Well, I'll be. Huh. The more you know. This is what I mean. You guys know way more than me about Minecraft at this point. Fish, mutton, beef, pork chops, chicken, raw salmon. Maybe some pumpkin pies too. Yeah, I'll do pumpkin pie. I watch way too many fun fact Minecraft videos. Hey man, they're clearly working. Perhaps we should cook the food on the table. Aye. Your Hogwarts is the best one I've seen so far. Been following since V1 and it's amazing the progress you've made. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. It's been a hell of a journey since then, both in the map and outside of it. I don't know if we'll do flower cups or flower pots for cups, because I don't want to overcramp the tables too much. Pumpkin pie, item frame. Greetings from Brazil. Well, greetings from the USA. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I feel like the food on the table should be cooked. If I Now I'm gonna ask you guys because you know more about Minecraft than me. If I light the fire, I know it cooks because that's the whole point of putting food on the campfire. Can I turn the fire back out once they're cooked and still have them on there? Or What if we use gold ore blocks for the ceiling in Luna's room? Another good idea. I forgot to put food on this fireplace. Whoops. How long does it take to cook? Mmm, smells delicious. Once the fire turns off, place the food back on the campfire block? But you can't place cooked food on the campfire. You love my Battlefield videos. Whoa. That's the first time I've heard that on one of my streams. Thank you. Okay, I'm pretty sure you can't. Um, at least last I checked, you can't. Yeah, no, see, you can't place, like, cooked food on the campfire. I don't know if it's cooking. Maybe it's because we have, like, natural regeneration and tick speed turned off. That might be... That might be the case. Yeah, like I said, we have random tick speed and natural generation turned off, so things like snow doesn't accumulate and other stuff that, I don't know, Belkov turned it off. I just do whatever he says because he knows more about commands than me. Okay. Slash fill or slash set block. Yeah, it was definitely more than 30 seconds. So I think that was, I think it's because we have tick speed turned off. think 4 was the opposite direction. Yes, it was. Voila. Beautiful. Alright, we're getting there. Oh, you know what else we can place? I love this block. I've used it so many different places. It is unbelievably useful. Oh shit, you know what else we can use? Hogwarts loves their pumpkin shit. Pumpkin juice, jack-o'-lanterns, pumpkin pie. Alright, so we're getting there. I just feel like we're missing something, and I feel like it's probably a roof design. So what I want to do is slash fill that, slash fill this side. Could add a sink to it. Could add a sink to it. Um, Floating candles. I did want to do that. Yes. Um, what do we want to use for the roof? ideas? Ooh, what the hell's the polished stone in this? I'm gonna have to Google it. Ah, polished granite. Polished granite is stone too. There we go. We got this, boys and girls. This kitchen has got an extreme makeover. A part of me is tempted to just take a square of this and just structure it and do it that way. But at the same time, I don't think that would be any quicker than what I'm doing right now. I really hope you guys find this super entertaining. You know, this isn't even the most uh, detailed ceiling design I've ever done. If you want to see the most insane ceiling design I've done, go check out Dreams Awaken on the Minecraft Marketplace. Whoopsie! I really appreciate the fluctuating between couple of viewers, everybody. You know, anytime I stream Hogwarts, I get a decent amount of viewers, and I really appreciate that. Again, even though there's only a couple of people active in the chat, it's still really nice to see. Hope you guys are enjoying your Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, depending on where you live. Hope everyone had a very enjoyable summer and is now looking forward to the fall festivities. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mean it ungenuinely, I mean it genuinely. I'm glad everyone's here and hope everyone's having a good time. Well, see you later, Sticker. Thank you for coming to the stream. Yo, what should I put above the fireplaces? Like, I feel like there should be something here. You know? It seems very bare. Adios. Have a good night. A big H. I would if I had a block that was like textured to have an H, you know? But I don't. Maybe moose heads? No. Slabs? No, I try not to use slabs on walls anymore. You can still see remnants of them in some places, but I try not to do that anymore because it's like kind of ugly over detailing, and I try to avoid that if I can. What if? What about an observer? No, that doesn't look good. Huh. No, that looks ugly as well. Maybe big old torches or lanterns? See, I feel like there's already going to be a lot of lighting in here. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's already pretty well lit in here. Actually looks a lot better without the night vision, though. Plus, once I add the floating candles, it'll be even more lit in here. Um, hmm. Huh. Let's do your thing. Okay, let me get myself some barriers. Excuse me. So I don't get it. You can't place candles on upside down stairs and slabs, but you can place them in midair. It looks very good, and I love the world. Me and my friends play it on it all the time. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy it. So glad they finally added candles. Me too. Like I said earlier, I haven't really messed around with them too much, but they're cool. Obviously, on a map like Hogwarts, they are like invaluable. Getting there. One candle at a time. Next step, adding the vertical orientation of slabs and I'll be happy, even though it'll probably never happen. Dude, you have no idea how much I want vertical slabs. Once you try throwing mossy stone on the walls just for texture, because that wouldn't be very sanitary now, would it? No, we have a machine to do that sort of stuff, like adding textures to the walls. So I'll probably run through it with that afterwards instead of spending time doing it, because why should I do that when we can just do it instantly? Is a kitchen after all? Yes, it is. That's true. It is very much a kitchen. One that Hermione is not very keen of. 10 house points to the person who tells me why. The question is, why does Hermione not like the kitchen very much? Ding ding ding, we have a winner. Yes, Hermione doesn't like house elf slavery. Mm-hmm. I'm currently rereading Goblet of Fire, so I think I stopped right around when Hermione started talking about Spew. It's pretty early when they get to Hogwarts, so I'm not that far in it. or excuse me, SPEW. I can't call it spew. She's not very, she doesn't like that very much. What do you guys think? Should we add a couple more candles, or does that look good? By the time after Deathly Hallows, are still elves working in the kitchen, or were they replaced? Can't remember. They should have still been working in the kitchen. I don't know if it was ever like, I don't know if it was like ever mentioned in the Deathly Hallows whether Snape decided to keep them, but I don't see why he wouldn't. I reckon house elves have been working in the Hogwarts kitchens like way before even Dumbledore. Guess you could try adding the paintings on the wall, the passage leading to the main kitchen. I already have that. One of the candles not lit in the back. I'm pretty sure I've lit them all. It's just they don't know they're not always like burning. Like the wick like kind of goes out and then comes back on. I just remember Hermione calling the elves to a rebellion during the battle, but I don't know if they were mentioned after the battle was over. Um, Shoot, I don't even remember her doing that, but I mean, if I had to take a guess, and of course this is purely speculation, but considering how good elves, like house elves are at magic, I would assume they did pretty well in the Battle of Hogwarts. You gotta remember, they're one of the strongest creatures in the magical world. Like, that's why wizards enslaved them and didn't give them wands, because they're better at magic than wizards. Dobby's able to apparate in and out of wherever he pleases despite certain laws in place. The fourth of the candle you just placed. Eh? I think that looks really good. What do you guys think? I need to add more stuff in here, but the main kitchen itself. Anything you think we should add? We could put the chair that Winky sits in. At least I think she sits in a chair. I can't remember. I know she cries by the fireplace. I wonder how differently the castle as a whole has changed. I wonder how differently the castle as well as the whole franchise could have ended up looking if Christopher Columbus had continued directing them. Add some brewing stands? Good idea. Um, yeah, I don't know. The thing is, right, while the world may have been a little less dark, um, the Stuart Craig, the designer of Hogwarts, at least movie Hogwarts, probably still would have changed it throughout the movies because he was never satisfied with how it looked for some reason. Um, if you watch some of the Harry Potter Ultimate Edition documentaries, I believe in one of them he explains that he didn't feel like Hogwarts had a very um, didn't have a very unique silhouette. Like he didn't think it stood out that well. Somehow, like I don't know how. For some reason, in his head, he thinks that Hogwarts, like the first time you seen it, wasn't like an iconic silhouette, which is ridiculous to me, considering like I don't know, like that's the first time you see Hogwarts. Even if you know he feels like it wasn't his best work in terms of design, the first shot you see of Hogwarts will always be the most iconic shot of the castle. My opinion, the first or third model was the best it ever looked. I mean, to some, I mean, I agree in some ways. Uh, I really like some of the additions in the later movies, though. Obviously, I'm building a Deathly Hallows Hogwarts, but um, like I said, Prisoner for I've said a million times, Prisoner of Azkaban's my favorite Hogwarts. Well, not my favorite Hogwarts, but my favorite Harry Potter in general. So, I'll always have a soft spot for Prisoner of Azkaban's Hogwarts. Um, and the clock tower in POA is unmatched. It is easily one of the nicest looking buildings, maybe ever. Third model was the most complete. It had every building mentioned in the books other than the astronomy tower and the south tower. Yeah, that's true. The clock tower I don't remember being in the book. I believe that was sort of a I believe that was an idea from Alfonso Cuarón, because time played such a big role in Prisoner, obviously. So the clock tower being sort of the backdrop for that movie was I thought it was genius. Throughout the whole movie you hear the ticking and you see the pendulum moving and it sort of encapsulates the idea of time. I forgot I had these heads. But the astronomy tower is another one that I really like, and of course that doesn't get added until Half-Blood Prince, which is arguably the worst movie in the series. At least in my opinion. Can I show you the classrooms after finishing the kitchen? I mean, I guess they're not a lot of the classrooms are really a lot to write home about, but sure. Holy crap, my stair texture is still in your pack. I haven't seen that in like 2 years. Figured you would have replaced it by now. WBD. Why can I not recognize your YouTube name? New phone, who dis? Oh, right. Yeah, which stair texture? Is it these ones, the polish andesite? Oh, I love this texture. I have it everywhere. I'm not replacing it anytime soon at all. It was meant to be a stone brick replacement in the original pack, but it's cool to see them used side by side. Yeah, Chase is the one who did it. Um, I think he replaced diorite as well. At least I think. I think that's what we changed. Andesite. Yeah, the andesite. I literally just read it and for some reason I forgot it. Yeah, the andesite. I think it looks really good next to the stone brick. I agree. So, I like it. Um, I think we're done. Honestly, I don't know what else I could add to this. It looks really nice. A huge improvement over how it looked before. It was so drab and depressing before. But this looks so much better. You can close now, door. Alright, we'll go look at the classrooms. Again, they're not anything super fantastico, but we'll look at them. History of magic. There's Professor Bin's office. Muggle studies. Today's lesson, what clothes do muggles wear? Arithmancy. Again, this is like the remnants of slabs, like I said earlier, that I try not to do anymore. But there's still some places where there's slabs all over the walls. This castle's a relic in some ways. Ancient runes. I actually need to replace this because these don't have runes on them anymore. I replaced the texture. Um, Earth magic. Not much really to it. In the latest map version, where is the lake Harry cast to Patronus and Prisoner of Azkaban? Um, I'll have to look. I'm pretty sure we have it. This is Ancient Studies. Magical Theory. A very drab classroom, but it sounds like a very drab class. There's an art room somewhere. That's the sixth floor corridor. Whatever, we'll go on the seventh floor. Seventh floor corridor. That's Slughorn's office. You think I'd know my way around my own castle. Here's Charms with Professor Flitwick, who I don't think has a... No, he doesn't have any dialogue. Here is Ghoul Studies. Defense Against the Dark Arts. And then the Defense Against the Dark Arts class. I still need to add the skeleton. I haven't done it yet. I'm very lazy. Snape saying, turn to page 394. Here's the office, the little back area where Moody has his chest containing Moody. The classrooms are too good. I mean, I guess. If you say so. But that reminds, I don't know why I say that reminds me, but I've been reminded that it is spooky season now, so we need to decorate appropriately. Okay, so that's all those classes. Then we have potions, which is a class that I do actually like the look of. As well as this is where you can get the Half-Blood Prince potion book. I finally changed these rooms, by the way, these ones that were off the entrance hall, because they were so ugly and random before. Love the colored glass texture. Reminds me of the first Harry Potter PC glass design. Yeah, I think I stole those from Chase. I don't know who made them, but I don't think it was Chase. It might have been. I had to fix them for him though. But yeah, those are solid glass, so we can use them in areas where um, you shouldn't be able to see out the window. I might have to fix my 7th floor corridor to have those windows since for some reason they changed the blue the packed ice to not give off light anymore, which is stupid. Um, classes. Astronomy tower, we have 2 classes, I think, obviously. Um, we have divination. Thanks, man. Do I have any secret passages? Yeah, we have. We have. Alright, so people have actually commented this a couple times, and I just want to make it clear now that while the books state and the Marauders map state that there's 7 secret passageways in and out of Hogwarts, you don't know where all 7 of them are. They don't use all 7 of them in the movies. We have the one under the Whomping Willow that goes to the Shrieking Shack. We have the one under the One-Eyed Witch, which leads to Honeyduke's Cellar. We have the one from the Hogshead to the Room of Requirement. And that's it. My dear, from the first moment you stepped in my class, I sensed that you do not possess the spirit for the noble art of divination. Now you can see it there. Oh, you may be young in years, but the heart that beats beneath your bosom is as shriveled as an old maid's. Hope you liked my Trelawney impression. And then we have astronomy, of course. And then we have transfiguration. We really need to add the add some more sayings to these NPCs, because there's a couple we found so far that just have nothing. This is that study hall from Chamber of Secrets. And this is the original Defense Against the Dark Arts class from Sorcerer's Stone. Again, Quirrell has no lines for some reason. I believe Chase did this, and he did a really good job, actually. And then, of course, Herbology is out here. We added a bunch of the new blocks, like the um, spore blossoms and the drip leaves and the azaleas and stuff like that. I love the spore blossoms because, like I said on last stream, they throw these like green particles around everywhere. So like just standing out here, you get a lot of atmosphere about the weird Hogwarts plants. And yeah, I mean, flying lessons would happen out here in the training grounds. And that's pretty much it for classes, I believe. Of course, Kara Magical Creatures would happen down here near Hagrid's hut. Probably just a little north of the paddock here. But somebody asked about the little lake where Harry fought the Dementors. And I don't know if we have it anymore. I don't know if I opted to keep that area. Mainly because I felt like there wasn't really anything we could put there, you know? Um, there is a sort of like nook here, which kind of resembles it, I guess. But again, this is way too far away from the Whomping Willow for it to actually be, that spot. I always thought that there could be an animation in the old little lake. Like what? Like have the ice, like the lake freeze over? Just like the Elder Wand animation from Deathly Hallows standing on a spot to activate? Well, again, I mean, it depends what you think. Like, we could probably do an animation where, like, the lake turns to ice. I'm still blown away with the brooms, by the way. The lake could freeze, some sparks appear simulating the Patronus. I mean, yeah, we could do that. Calm down, Buckbeak. You act like I haven't seen you in forever. Oh, actually, you haven't seen me in forever. I'm so sorry, Beaky. And expect a Patronum near the screen. I mean, yeah, like, we could. It would be cool to make Dementor mobs, though. At least I think. Oh, I love Buckbeak. His head's a little derpy, but he's such a good boy. His flying is still a little fecked, but I need to make him fly a little bit more precisely like the brooms. Because he's kind of a pain in the ass to fly. What a cutie. Say hi to everyone, Buckbeak. Look at that, he waved. What a good boy. Belkov was for a while working on trying to make the Whomping Willow animated, but I don't think anything ever came out of that. It would have been really awesome to see though. Also, if you didn't see on last stream, the face of the clock tower got changed a couple months ago, but it's still kind of a recent change. I love it so much more. It looks so much better. I also have the stairs in the right spot. They're actually right here. This would be where Fred and George gave Harry the Marauders map, at least in the film. The hospital wing got a little bit of an update as well. She should have been brought straight to me. I can mend bones in a heartbeat, but growing them back. Get ready for a rough night, Potter. I love the clock tower. I love you so much. Hmm. I've always loved looking in the back window from here. It always just reminds me of the scene from Chamber of Secrets when they're flying past this window with the car. Or as Ron calls it, the car. But yeah, um, well, we did this today. I think that is about all we're gonna do. So, next time I stream, I think I might add that little study area that's supposed to be in the Slytherin common room. And, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll figure out something else to change. Because I'm always changing something. But, yeah, thank you guys for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. If you missed anything, the VOD should go up onto my channel as soon as possible. I don't know. YouTube handles that. I don't have any say in how quickly that uploads. Um, we loved it so much. Thank you. Thank you for your ideas. Yeah, it feels good to work on Hogwarts again. It's been a while. I've been wanting to. I just haven't gotten off my lazy ass to do it. So, have a great week. You too. You guys stay safe. Have a good October. Well, I'll probably see you again before October's over, but have a good start to October. Thanks for coming out.